Good morning. Machine is fueled up, warmed up. What we got going on is the homeowner wants this bush hoggable, if that's a word. We're going to add it to the dictionary. Anyways, so stumps, everything in here needs to be in burn piles. The dead cleared out everywhere, like stuff like that. And just basically thinning out this, I think it's around a 400-foot strip of that, getting everything into a burn piles, and going from there. So I'll be here for about 4 days. There's some other work to do up there, trimming some trees, but I will try to film some of the highlights and go from there. So a good pro tip when you're clearing and the grass is long like this, you want to have your blade down, like not all the way, but just enough to barely catch a stump or a rock or whatever, so you're not. Prime example, I hit something right there, and I hit it with my blade first instead of running over it with the track or hitting it with your undercarriage. Just if you're clearing, you want to don't keep your blade up. Normally you want to travel with your blade up because you're not trying to scrape things, but in tall grass where you can mess something up, I would keep it that way. Just a pro tip. And also, look, I hit another little stump right there with the blade. So somebody had already cleared this area, meaning cut the trees down and did some burning, but the stumps aren't out, but they're kind of rotten. Hopefully, it's wet. Hopefully they come out pretty easily. I'm thinking they will, but dead stumps are kind of, they break into a lot of pieces, which is sometimes not ideal if you're wanting to get something smooth, just like that one just did. So sometimes, somewhat live stumps are kind of good for grabbing a hold of them, shaking the dirt off of them, and then you can burn them. Probably going to be a lot of stumps out here. Which that's okay. Trying to get everything to burn piles that are not so close to the wood line, even though from here on out we'll probably have wet enough weather to where we can burn and there's no burn ban in effect. So, alright, I think I'm going to have to get the chainsaw out to pick up this giant log. The excavator was not wanting to do it. It picked it up, but just halfway I got to cut it in half or something, whatever. But I will catch up with you all in a little bit, maybe once I get through this whole field, which ought to take a while. lost a tooth. We'll have to weld that back on in the morning. I'm gonna keep moving for now. Today hasn't gone as planned because I lost a tooth with the pin first, and then it snapped off at the bucket. And yeah, this is what we're working with now. But you know, it takes a lot of time out of your day. Unexpected things come up. You got to deal with them. That's business. But the sun is out. We're still able to work. Had a couple good phone calls come in. You know, so you gotta look at the good stuff. Not everything's bad just because 2 or 3 bad things happen. And we got a good stump pile here and a big stump pile down there. So I haven't been able to put in a ton of hours today. You know, it's 1:30. It feels like it's 5:30. But we're gonna keep trucking, looking for stumps, keeping our blade down. And keep on going. And we'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, I got a stump. That's the problem, you know, there's all these little hidden items. And sometimes you can tell like where that stuff is grown out of that right there. I bet that's a stump. Sure is a stump. That's why if you cut trees, like you're clearing and you cut trees and you don't get rid of the stump, that's how things grow back. So if you're clearing and you want pasture or something that can be bush hogged, you really need to dig all the stumps out and burn them. At least that's what I would recommend. I know people have their own methods, but you know, digging the stump out, burning everything, you know, and then grading out whatever you cleared, that's going to give you a good pasture every time. And these stumps have been like this for a while. It's not like I have a massive excavator here and I'm able to get them out in one stump. I got to do a little digging. But I'm still able to pull out, you know, decent sized stumps. Like I said, that's a 2-foot bucket. I had somebody the other day ask me what size excavator I run. It's an E60. About 13,000 pounds with my big butt in it. And, yeah, it's nice. I mean, this is a bigger job. I'm doing a lot of clearing, and but I'm still able to do it with this machine. I think a lot of people don't realize there is, you know, work has to be done with smaller machines sometimes. Just access to the job, like this driveway, which I may have mentioned in the horse trail video. I can't get my gooseneck trailer down the driveway. I mean, you can't get a triaxle down the driveway, because that's how tight it is. So everything has to be done with, you know, minis. And this is a bigger mini, but that was a hell of a route there. But all in all, today's going to shape up. I'm getting good at guessing where these stumps are. I can tell you that. Seems like it might be a big one. Of course, it's got a lot of dirt on it. hidden it is though. I mean, you can only tell by those little bit of twigs that are growing out of the top of it. And that's not even big, it's just got some crazy roots on it. Side. And let's go forward. You can actually see this. I don't know. A lot of times too, what's hard about digging out stumps is if you have like a stump next to a stump. You know, you get a double stump, you might get a triple stump, and those can be a little bit harder to dig out, just because you do have to do so much digging. And I mean, the tall grass through here is, you know, it's hard to spot them, and you got to move carefully. Hopefully I don't lose another tooth before the end of the day. I can at least make it through the day with 3 teeth. You know, I don't have a rig where I have a welder on it. I know some of you are probably like, well, why don't you have a welder with you, John? Well, I don't have one. I don't have an air compressor. I don't have that set up yet. I don't have the flatbed with everything on it, but I will have it someday. Don't have it right now. You know, when you're in excavation, you really do need that stuff. I mean, you need an air compressor, blowing out filters, blowing out radiators, airing up tires. You know, you do need a welder for repairs. I always keep a, you know, socket set, tools, tire plug, patch, hydraulic jack in my truck. I keep, you know, battery cables, I keep as much in there as I can, but, you know, I keep fuel in there. You just can't keep everything in your truck. I mean, the right type of flatbed service body, you know, I'm working towards it, but they want like 11,000 for the one that I want, you know, where I can have my laser with me at all the times. I have all properly sized boxes for, you know, sockets and open-end wrenches. Just a way to be more organized. You know, I'm a little bit organized in that weather guard thing that I got right now, but damn, you know, you need so much stuff all the time. You got 2 chainsaws in there, and you know, a grease gun and some other tools, and the toolbox is full. And it's the bigger weather guard. So, oh. That lovely noise. What was that lovely noise? It was a stump. Your pen's jarring like crazy. It's got to be a stump. It's not so much the pins as it is the stem window that I still haven't addressed. Sticking out. Whenever I grade this, I'll kind of bury what I think needs to be buried, and you know, everything will be knocked down and tracked in. The rest will be burned or buried, and this should be a nice little extension to this pasture where you can tell there's a ton of beautiful trees out here, all spaced apart. You keep it maintained. Very beautiful place to work at. So I think that's what he's wanting here. I have a feeling we're going to find another stump. think I'm gonna weld all the teeth, just barely, but enough to where I'm not having to worry about them to fall off. I don't know what it is about this Bobcat buckle, but teeth have been falling off left and right. You know, every other week it feels like I'm having to replace a tooth. Well, that looks like a tomahawk steak there. You're having to see where these stumps are in tall grass without seeing them. I'm just feeling for them. Look at this root. Well, what kind of tree was this? Anyways, I'll be doing this a while. You all have seen this a lot, digging out stumps. It can be satisfying, but I'm sure it gets old just like anything else to watch. I don't have a problem with it. I can do this. You know, I do this all day. So. What? Big old root or a rock root or something. There we go. I think we're good. Starting to wiggle whatever's in there. long version watchers. Enjoying what I'm doing or critiquing what I'm doing. Well, I'll see you all tomorrow.